Yesterday, I said that in order for the head of the table to come back, the king of all worlds needed to bring the head of the table back. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with this, let me take you back to May of 2021. I turned 30 years old, and I was riding on such a high. I bought myself a Universal title, and all of a sudden I felt like a different person. I was staring at this title, and then all of a sudden I felt myself going into the Wicked Crazy Pinfall show because I had to declare myself for the Wicked Crazy title in their predictions tournament so that I could be 2 belts through the head of the table of Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. So I did that, and I went on a tear. I was the biggest douchebag. I promoted Anakin. I promoted Rey, Throwback, Tad Predicts. I promoted Anakin so bad that he had to hire RG City to cut a promo on the head of the table. That was a really fun day. But for all of that, my SummerSlam opponent has been announced as the king of all worlds. I have to do a prediction show. I have to do a match with somebody whose name I don't know, who I've never seen before. I have never heard their voice. I didn't even know if it was a real person. But I went along with it. And I said, okay, I'm so confident that I am the king, that I am the top of this tournament. I am the head of the table of Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. I'm adding an extra stipulation to our SummerSlam predictions. Loser leaves town. I did that. And unfortunately, I lost. But the king of all worlds decided that I could continue on in the tournament, but I had to acknowledge him. And I did it. I acknowledged him as the head of Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. And I went on to Crown Jewel, and I beat Patrick Mason. So I'm continuing on in the tournament, and I am ranked number 3 out of everybody. But then I'm told that the head of the table needs to come back because the franchise over at the Roundtable podcast on bodyslam.net, he challenged Throwback and the Wicked Crazy crew to a 5-on-5 predictions match for Royal Rumble this Saturday. Throwback comes to me and says that he needs the head of the table back. But it's not up to me. It's up to the King of All Worlds. And I don't know what the King of All Worlds is going to say, because he fought really hard to get rid of me. And he did so. He succeeded. We're going to have to find out tonight by 9 p.m. on Wicked Crazy Pinfalls if the King of All Worlds decides to bring the head of the table back. Because if he does, the head of the table will announce whose team he's on. Roundtable or Wicked Crazy Crew? Champions. People. Look, I'm just telling the truth. You got champions over there at the Roundtable podcast. You got Chris Parrish. He's a tag team champion. You got the franchise. He's got so many championships behind him, you can't even see them all. They want the head of the table. But Throwback wants the head of the table. And I found out Aaron and Anakin wanted the head of the table back too, which actually surprised me, to be honest with you. So The king of all worlds, it's up to you. Do you want the head of the table back? Because I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for. Because if you get the head of the table back for the Royal Rumble prediction show, I'm not sure the head of the table will want to leave. See you tonight.